When the game is on the line in the last inning, you want someone pitching that you know is going to get the job done, and that's the closer. This person may only be in the game for 1 out or 3 outs or 1 inning, but when you're up one run in the last inning, they could be the most important person in the game. The closer must have 3 main qualities. They need to be calm and collected, intense at the same time, and be willing to do anything for a victory. The first main quality is intensity. When you're coming into the game in the last inning, with the game on the line, your team up 1 or 3 runs, anywhere from there, it can be hard to channel your emotions. Closer needs to be intense, and this preparation starts in the 8th inning. If the game's close and you know you might have a chance to come in and pitch in the last inning, you need to start preparing in the 8th inning so you're ready by the time they call on you. Brian Wilson, closer for the San Francisco Giants. They won the World Series last year, and he was a big contributing factor because they knew if the game was close in the last inning, he could come in and get the job done. Quote that he said, "You're so jacked by the time you get in there that you want to kill somebody," and he just means that the way he does it is his intensity, and he just focuses on being intense the entire time. Closers like to have walkout songs when they're at home, and these songs help them get motivated or excited to pitch, and so picking one of these is actually a pretty big part. Doesn't seem like it would be, but it actually is, and they help a lot. Being a closer is tough because you have so many emotions going through you. You have to be intense, but you have to be calm and collected at the same time because it's kind of difficult to channel those 2 emotions together. When you're on the road, you need to be able to block out the opponents and the opponent's fans. Most of the time in the last inning, if it's close, they'll be rowdy and kind of yelling at you and trying to get on you and stuff. So you need to be able to block those 2 things out when you're pitching on the road. Trevor Hoffman, he's actually is the all-time leader in career saves. He was more the calm and collected type. He said a lot of guys like to get out there and get jacked up before they pitch the 9th inning, but I like to just relax and have fun, and that's kind of a good way that he does it, and it's obviously worked for him. And the last thing with that is you just need to stay on the same level of emotion the whole time. You can't get too high and you can't get too low. You just have to keep a clear head and be calm and collected the whole time while you're pitching. After getting your emotions under control, you have to make sure that you're willing to do anything to get a win for your team. You need to be unselfish to the fact that you need to just concentrate on not trying to do too much and get 3 outs any way you can. Not try to strike everybody out, but just get, like I said, get the 3 outs any way that you can. Randy Johnson was a starter, and he said, "I throw 96 to 98 miles an hour, and I feel like I need to throw harder." When there's closers out there throwing 85 to 87 and they can get the job done, and he said it's just amazing what those guys can do. So it's not about throwing hard or anything like that. You just have to be able to control the strike zone and hit all your spots, and it doesn't really matter how hard you throw. You need to be satisfied with getting a save no matter what the cause. Like I said, you can't try to strike every guy out. You just have to be able to get 3 outs any way possible. Being a closer on my team is hard for me because I play the outfield the whole game, and I have a relaxed mindset for when I hit and everything like that. And then it all kind of changes when the game's close at the end and they need me to come on and get a save. So I have to learn to channel my emotions and go from being relaxed to and I'm more the intense one, so I have to get away from my relaxed mindset and get my intensity back going to get the save. And like I said previously, a closer must have 3 main qualities. They need to be intense yet calm and collected at the same time, and they must be willing to do anything for a win. Being a closer can result with a great feeling at the end of the game because you help shut the door on the other team's chances of a win, or it can result in you losing the game for your team. Personally, I wouldn't change being a closer any day of the week for my team.